wake up, and for a second, just one small, quiet second, you forget. Then it hits you. They're gone. But then something strange happens, something that doesn't quite make sense. You still feel them, not as a memory, not as a thought, as a presence. Like the air in the room still remembers their shape. And you think, am I losing my mind? You're not. What's happening to you is one of the most quietly profound things the human brain can experience. And today, we're going to sit with it together. You still look at their spot. Maybe it's the corner by the couch. Maybe it's the foot of the bed. Maybe it's the space near the door where they always waited when you came home. Your eyes drift there anyway. Not because you forgot, but because your body hasn't caught up yet. You still expect to hear the footsteps, that soft padding sound, the little click of nails on hardwood. You still reach for them in the morning, that half-asleep automatic reach, the way your hand just knows where they used to be. Sometimes you turn around, for no real reason, just a flicker, a pull, like something behind you shifted, like they're still there, just out of the corner of your eye. And then nothing. This isn't grief making you delusional. This is your brain doing exactly what it was built to do. And the fact that it does this, the fact that you feel this, says something beautiful about what you had. The house is quieter now, too quiet. That's the word people never expect to feel so heavy, quiet. But it is, because it used to be filled with breathing, with movement, with the small, steady sounds of another living thing sharing your space. No tail hitting the side of the couch, no soft exhale from the other room, no weight settling at the foot of the bed at night, that familiar anchor that somehow made sleep feel safer. You find yourself pausing at the door before you open it, because for months, maybe years, opening that door meant something. It meant a greeting. It meant being chosen every single time, like you were the most important thing that had walked into any room ever. Now the door just opens, and you stand there for a second longer than you need to. You're not imagining things. You're not being dramatic. You're living inside the echo of a relationship that shaped how your whole nervous system understood home. That kind of thing doesn't vanish in a day. It doesn't vanish in a month. People say things, they mean well. You're imagining it. They're gone. Time to move on. But here's the part nobody tells you. What if what you're experiencing isn't imagination at all? What if the feeling of presence, that quiet, persistent sense that they're still nearby, is your brain doing something completely real? Because it is. Your brain is a pattern machine. That's not a metaphor. That is, quite literally, its primary function. It finds repetition, builds expectation, and then with startling efficiency, it starts predicting. It starts filling in the blanks before reality catches up. When you lived with your dog, your brain built a complete internal map of them. Not just their face, their sounds, their rhythm, the way mornings felt with them in the room, the way evenings settled differently when they were lying near you. Your nervous system learned to expect their presence the way it learned to expect gravity, quietly, completely, without being asked. And when they leave, the map doesn't disappear. Your brain doesn't just remember your dog, it expects them. And expectation feels a lot like presence. This is why you turn around. This is why your hand reaches. This is why the quiet feels wrong, in a way that's hard to explain to people who haven't felt it. Your brain built a world that included them, and now it's running the old program searching for a signal that no longer comes. Psychologists call this a disrupted attachment pattern. The part of your brain that stores emotional memory never really turns off. Where emotional memory lives, where the feeling of someone, not just the thought of them, gets stored. Emotional memory isn't filed away neatly. It stays active. It stays warm. It keeps looking. This is where it gets interesting. The brain's grief response and its presence detection system are closely linked. So when someone we loved deeply is gone, the part of the brain that recognized them doesn't just switch off. It stays alert. It keeps watching. Almost like it believes, on some level, that if it watches carefully enough, they might still come back, but go deeper. And something even more profound emerges. To your brain, they weren't just a pet. They were safety. Think about what that means. Safety isn't a big dramatic thing. It's small. It's the sound of breathing in a quiet room. It's the warmth near your feet at night. It's the routine of the morning walk, the afternoon nap, the way evenings had a shape because another living thing gave them one. Your nervous system didn't just attach to your dog as a companion, it built its entire sense of calm around their presence. Attachment theory, the psychology of how we bond, doesn't limit itself to humans. We attach to anything that becomes a consistent source of safety, rhythm, and emotional regulation. Your dog was that. Profoundly, quietly, every single day that, and your body knew it even when your mind wasn't paying attention. So when they're gone, it's not just grief. It's a nervous system that lost its anchor, a body that keeps reaching for the weight that used to steady it, an internal world that keeps expecting the signal that used to mean, you are home, you are safe, everything is okay. As you move through life, as the weeks become months, something shifts. Not disappears, shifts. The sharp edges of it soften. The reaching becomes less frequent. The quiet becomes less wrong. But occasionally still something small will catch you. A certain quality of afternoon light. The smell of something familiar. A sound from outside that for half a second sounds like them. And instead of pain just for a moment, it feels like visiting. This is what grief does when it has space and time. It doesn't erase the attachment, it transforms it. The nervous system slowly builds a new map, one that holds them differently, one that can carry them without aching quite so much. But that takes time, and it's supposed to take time. What you're carrying right now is love. That's the only honest way to say it. You're not stuck. You're not broken. You're not failing to heal at the right speed. You are carrying love that hasn't found a new place to live yet. Love doesn't evaporate when someone leaves. Especially this kind of love, the uncomplicated kind, the kind that was never tangled up in expectation or misunderstanding or hurt. The love you had for your dog was clean. It was simple. It was given completely, every day, without being asked for anything back. That kind of love doesn't know how to disappear. It just looks for somewhere to go. Maybe they're not physically here anymore. But the part of you they changed, the routines they shaped, the feelings they gave names to, the way they quietly taught you what it meant to be loved without condition, none of that disappeared with them. You are different because of them, not in a heavy way, in a soft way, in the way your body still knows to reach, in the way certain rooms still feel like them. In the way you understand, maybe more than you did before, that love doesn't need to be spoken to be real. They were home, and home doesn't just go away because the walls have changed. Because love doesn't disappear, it just changes where it lives, and maybe quietly, gently, maybe they're not gone. Maybe they just live in you now.